There was no peace, no rest since he left, taking everything with him. She sat on the floor close to the bed, crying with her face hidden. Just like every day, 3 days had passed since he left, and he had not written. The pain of his betrayal was one thing, but losing him forever was a separate agony. Something happening to me, Cook. She spoke overwhelmed by helplessness. Please come back from somewhere. Just once. Your absence makes breathing difficult. Shouldn't you come over for me once? She struggled to speak, picked up the phone, and gazed at Jungkook's picture. Her heart found some solace. The empty room, darkness, and memories of that cruel person had kept her restless for 3 days, sleepless for 3 nights. Now she was executed, longing for sleep, but her eyes had no hint of slumber. She took 2 sleeping pills from the nearby bottle, hoping to find rest. Gazing at his picture, she took 2 more and fell back head onto the bed. It's still 2 a.m. He was awake, unable to sleep at night, too, but he had some urgent tasks to complete. The more work he had when his phone rang, he saw a new number and answered the call. Hello, who on the other end of the call? There was a silence. She didn't speak, but Jungkook could faintly hear her sobs. Are you okay? Are you crying, Ryan? Say something, Ryan, he said. He asked with agitation, feeling something unusual. Ryan, no, I'm not okay. I crave for your words, your voice, your presence. My heart asks, Cook, I want to hear your voice. Talk to me, say something. She was in love with him. These thoughts, his presence, his voice. Without him, she couldn't be fine. He took a deep breath, thought distance. He understood her state. Why haven't you sleep late? I can't sleep, Cook. I am missing you. Her head was spinning. She looked at, and they could bring her solace. Her words left him speechless, his voice caught in his throat. He thought she was talking in a trance, her words slurred as if under the influence. Jungkook, please speak, say something, my heart is dying. Jungkook, relax, take a deep breath. What's happening? You don't seem okay. Do you want me to come to you? He couldn't recognize her state just from the sound of her voice. No, I want you to come to me. I am fine. Just talk to me. I only want to hear your voice. Alright, I won't come over since you don't want to me to. You need to rest. It's time to sleep. Follow my instruction. Rest your head on the pillow and pretend that I am beside you reading your story like old time. My face curved into a smile as she lay her head on the floor. Jungkook, I love talking to you, and you are incredibly beautiful. I dream that no one can attain. You are the only girl in the world who can win anyone's heart with effortlessly simplicity. You can drive anyone crazy. His enchanting voice spoke, bringing a smile to Wine's face. Thought he often paralyzed her. His words always mesmerized, captivating every heart. She seems to smile, but something inside gone at her. Come now, you should sleep. You also have to go to the office in the morning. You have not gone for 3 days. Wine, he gazed at the phone, enveloped in deep silence. Perhaps she had fallen asleep, but if she was asleep, Wine had it. Hurt is in agony. He placed a reassuring hand on his chest. On the other hand, she lay calmly on the cold floor, an empty packet of pills beside her. The call remained connected. He grabbed the car keys and rushed out to see her instantly. His heart had never felt such unease as it sensed that the one it belonged to was not alright today. He covered the 10-minute journey in 2 minutes and stopped his car outside her apartment. He rushed inside, finding the door open. His hand fumbled at his heart repeatedly, a single pace. Let Vine be okay. Entering her room, the sight before him was devastating. Vine lay lifeless on the cold floor, her lips turning blue. Vine, open your eyes, my love. Vine, please open your eyes. He repeatedly called out to her, his voice laced with desperation and anguishing. As he gently kissed her forehead, his tears fell upon her hair. His sole wish being that she awakened somehow. Water, no, no water. We need to go to the hospital. Yes, hospital. He had driving. He gazed at Vine's lifeless face, his arm warmed around her. He had feared his stray since long, and now it stared him in the face. Tears poured like a rain upon Vine's face, but she remained unconscious. She seen the anguishing in his eyes. She could never have doubted his love. I tested your endurance and you cried. Even in immense pain, you smiled, yet you will cry. He grabs the doctor's collar, executed from pleading for the past half hour. Now consumed by rage, he begged him to save Wine, desperate to know why she wouldn't open her eyes. Doctor, please understand. We've been explaining for a while now. We have washed her stomach. She took an excessive amount of sleeping pills and the overdose is served. I'll take him for her to regain consciousness. He left the doctor and sat beside Vine, holding her hand tightly and pressing his lips to her. Please, you wait outside. We'll inform you when she regains conscience. No, I'm staying here. Everyone leave. He gripped on Vine's hand, remained unyielding, as if he never intended to let go. With everyone gone, his eyes reddened from pain and restraint, the thought of losing her made his soul tremble. And I'm sorry, I beg forgiveness. I should have stayed with you always, never leaving your side. I thought giving you space would help you understand me, but I should have stayed and understood you together. Yes, you listen to me or not, but I should have been with you all the time. Forgive me, I left you alone. Please, love, open your eyes. His regrets were not ending today. It was not about Vine's love. Today is what about his beloved. She was angry, and if she remained angry with him forever, he would be nowhere. He was with her. He thought that staying away from Vine, he would always protect her, would not let anyone even hurt or harm her. But he forgot that the bond of love. He held her hand all night and kept talking to her. He no longer cared about anyone else. For him, only Vine mattered. As Dawn approached Vine, being regained consciousness, she slightly stirred, and Jungkook instantly gazed at her with joy and grasped her hand even tighter. She slowly opened her eyes and looked at Jungkook. Jungkook was beside her. Her heart felt some comfort. His presence soothed her soul, and she tightened her grip on his hand and closed her eyes again. Mine, are you alright? Does it hurt anywhere? I'll call the doctor. By afternoon, she was fully awake and gazing at Jungkook sitting across from her, who had been silently staring at her for a while, his gaze burning with unspoken emotion. Why this fire Istria? She soft murmured. Can you truly expect me to caress your hair lovingly and perish your action? You tried to harm yourself. What do you want from me? If you don't want me to live, just say so. Why are you? Please don't say like this. My living or dying makes no difference, and if I do die today, I have no one in this world who will be pained by my demise or shed tears for me or even remember me. But you have so many people's lives warped around you, so many who love you intently. How could you even think of taking such a step? I am not weak enough to commit suicide. I just had not slept in 3 days and wanted to rest. Feeling ashamed, she lowered her gaze while his words pierced her heart like arrows. Had he truly believed with just one statement that she now loathed him and his existence meant nothing to her? You know, when I met your dad after you left, he didn't argue with me. Your father was still echo in my mind. We just want our daughter happiness now. In that moment, I grasped the depth of his love for you. That day, I realized how much he loves you. The His words dripped with fury yet precocious guide to them. Thought the word affections had touched his heart, his own love remained hidden, locked away from sight. And you, would your passing have made no difference to you? With eyes full of longing, she gazed at him, waiting the words that would affirm her place in his heart above all others. If anything happened to you while I am alive, my existence is closed. My existence ensures your protection. Only my death can affect you. But as long as I am alive, I won't let anything happen to you. However, what you did last night was not right. Wine, I am sorry. She looked at him with embarrassment. His tangles locked, his clear distress and anxiety on his face and crimson, swollen eyes as if he had spent the entire night crying and wakeful. Looking at her innocent, downward face, he felt compassion for her. I went to her and sat beside her. Jungkook, you are so special to me. I can't express it in words, but you know how special you are to me. You are my life, my only support for living. I love you to the extent of madness. Don't think of doing this again, and I won't give you the chance to take such a step again. He affectionately hugged her and placed his lips on her forehead, and he breathed perfectly, tranquilly settled in their veins. With eyes closed, they both felt each other touch, and for the first time in a long while, they were at peace. Afternoon, Wine was discharged from the hospital. Jungkook, where do you want to go? He asked Wine in the car. Obviously, I want to go to my apartment. Where else would I go? She replied, looking away, still visibly upset. Okay, as you wish. He drove towards Wine's apartment. Wine silently gazed out the window, feeling distance from him again, her heart edging. Jungkook stopped the car outside Wine's apartment. They both go out of the car and Wine went inside, followed by Jungkook. He pulled out his phone and called his personal assistant. Felix, I'm sending you an address, pack my belongings and send them here. From now on, I'll be staying here and get into a habit of picking me up from here in the morning. She stopped at Jungkook's words and turned to face him. Why are you staying here? This is my apartment. My love and her killer attitude. He pulled Van close by the waist and her breath caught as he drew near. Do you think I'll make the mistake of leaving you alone again so you can repeat that foolishness? Not at all. I no longer trust you. If you cared so much, why did you leave me alone in the first place? You promised you wouldn't show me your face again, so why are you here? You left me forever and went to Korea. Then how did you return so quickly last night? As she spoke, tears welled up in wine eyes with Jungkook wiped away with his thumb. Jungkook, I never left you, my beautiful rose. After searching for you day and night for the air, I finally found you, and how could I leave after just one day? You were angry then, and I did what you want. Sorry, I was also get a little angry because you wouldn't understand me, so I just wanted to give you a space to comprehend my words. And as for my promise, my love, I can break thousands of promises for you, no matter how dear they are. He gazed into her eyes, speaking lovingly, but Jungkook's affection only brought tears to Wine and she pushed him away. Wine, you are still deceitful. I don't want you near me. Leave this place. I don't want you in my life. She turned away, hiding her tears, while Jungkook was left stand wondering what had changed since the hospital. She seemed normal. Jungkook gently embraced Wine from behind, but when she resisted, he held her firmly, rendering her efforts futile. Do all the anger you want on me. I know I am wrong. Punish me for my mistake. Hit me, yell at me, curse me. But I won't leave you. Don't punish yourself too. We can't live without each other. You have shown me your love, so why can't you give me a chance to make you feel mine? I know I have no one else in my life but you, and you know that well. You're aware that we can't survive without each other. My breath depends on seeing you. Everyone else has left me, but you won't. Will you? Don't snatch away my reason to live. You're my everything, my life. Propose, please, fine. Don't push me away. I'll do anything to regain your trust. Don't make me suffer by leaving me. When listening intently to Jungkook's words, her eyes tightly closed as they cast a spell on her. His words, scent and proximity mesmerized her, slowly melting her defenses. She yearned to see him, feel his love, and how his closeness made separation unbearable. When, if you can make this mistake once, you can do it again, and I don't have the courage to see you in that state again. I still can't forget the previous round, not even for a moment. I won't make the same mistake again. I don't look at anyone else, nor do I talk to any other girl. I stopped doing business with women and I completely stopped attending parties. And when you are by my side, there no chance of me making a mistake. In a tender tone, he loosened his grip on Van and nestled his face against her head. She sensed his fragile state and broken tone. She wanted to give him another chance, but trusting him again was difficult. They had spent 8 blissful years together, and she had seen her no flaws in Jungkook. Yet someone malicious gaze had ruined their beautiful relationship. Despite being innocent, he apologized and pleaded with her to save their love. Pan slowly turned to him and gazed at the collar of Jungkook's white shirt, then at the veins plugging on his neck. She wrapped her arms around his neck and rested his head on his chest. Jungkook smiled at her beautiful response and enveloped her in his arms, holding her close. I am honored. Thank you for accepting me and my mistake and loving me so much. Jungkook, go take a shower and freshen up. I prepared something for you to eat. I'm sure you have not eaten anything since yesterday. No, you are wrong. I ate the cookies you brought yesterday. I stayed innocently looking at him. Jungkook, really? Thank you. I thought you would throw it like a trash. Now go take a shower. No, I want to stay with you in the kitchen. He held her hand and walked to the kitchen, lifting her onto the counter and busied himself cooking. Wine gazed at him with loving eyes. She had missed him so much long and yearned for his presence. After traversing a long, arduous path, enduring immense pain, they were finally together despite their unwearying love and loyalty. Lost in thought, she didn't realize how much time has passed until Jungkook was about her bed. Wine tasted. Tell me how it tastes. He stood before her, spoon in hand, and Wine took a sip of the soup. She moaned at the delicious taste of food. It's really delicious. Is it really that good? He sipped the soup from the wine spoon and she gazed at him. It really tastes good. Cook, it's my leftover soup. So what's wrong? Haven't I had your leftover food before? Have you forgotten our past moments together? He teased, grinning mischievously. Van's lips curved into a smile, and Jungkook was captivated by her beauty. Thank God you smiled. I missed it so much. Lost in her beautiful smile, Jungkook moved closer, trapping Van between his arms on the counter, leaning in slightly. His face was inches from her. Van's smile faded as Jungkook's proximity quickened her heartbeat. She involuntarily bit her lower lip, her eyes locked onto his. Jungkook, keep smiling. You look more beautiful when you smile. His deep voice whispered as he leaned in closer. When his pain became unbearable, Jungkook gently kissed Ryan's cheeks and, holding her waist, straightened her up. He stepped back to examine his arms. His shirt sleeve was soaked in blood. Ryan opened her eyes. She saw him and rushed towards him, distressed by his blood-drenched arm. Cook, what happened to you? Why is your arm bleeding? Ryan asked anxiously, gazing at Jungkook with worry. Jungkook, nothing happened, my love. I'm fine, don't worry. He gently kissed Ryan's cheek to soothe her. Don't lie, Jungkook. Take off your shirt and show me what happened. My heart aches. Do you think you can handle seeing me without shirt? Jungkook teased, attempting to divert her attention from his injuries. Jungkook, I'm not joking. Hurry up, you are bleeding a lot, she exclaimed urgently, unbuttoning his shirt. Jungkook gazed at her with loving eyes, moved by her distress. He felt grateful she was not in Korea during his accident. Seeing his condition would have been unbearable for her. As the button were undone, Jungkook moved his shirt, and Wang was shocked to see the wounds on his body. The deepest wounds on his arm still bleeding brought tears to her eyes, and her body trembled with anguishing. Wang sit down. Nothing's wrong. I am fine. Wang, don't do this. Let me get the first aid box. She quickly fetched it and carefully seated Jungkook on the couch, tenderly bandaging his wounds as tears streamed down her face. What happened to you? Why are there so many wounds on your body? She asked, voice trembling. It was an accident 2 months ago. I was driving home from the office at night, and that's all. So many wounds, and you didn't even tell me. Didn't you want to share your pain with me when you were not here? Then I was searching for you during the accident. I suffered head injuries and was in coma for a month. How could I tell you? If you don't trust me, you can still feel the scar in my hairs. Most won't have healed, but a metal rod pierced my arms, making this wound deeper and slower to heal. After bandaging him, I looked at Jungkook and felt his pain burst into tears, sobbing uncontrollably. She was also consumed by fear and regret. Jungkook held her close, pressing her to his chest and stroking her back to comfort her. Seeing her cry so much distressed him. She had smiled such movement before, and now she wept because of him. Rose, nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. Please stop crying. It's hurting me to see you like this. Sorry, I shouldn't have left you. I was not there for you during suffering. Why are you crying? It's not your fault. This pain my punishment, and I deserve it. Do you want me to suffer more by crying? She immediately calmed down, and Jungkook gently wiped away her tears, cradling her face in his hand. Don't cry, your tears hurt me. Your eyes were not meant for crying. Come eat something like a good kid. Then take your medicine. Get better soon. I have something of yours that I want to return. What is it? Jungkook, you will know when you are better and we are back together. Focus on your health for now. Jungkook lovingly kissed her forehead and she nestled closer, wrapping her arms around his neck. He was shirtless, but she didn't care. Her mind was fixed on his wounds. She softly traced his injuries with her finger, her touch filled with concern. She had imagined his body many times in her thoughts, but she never thought she would see it in this condition for the first time.